Are you married? Do you have kids? Do you have a full-time job? Do you find time at all throughout your day for yourself? Do you struggle to find the time to do anything for your health? If you answered yes to any of these questions, this is the video for you. What I'm about to introduce you to is my hack that's kept me in shape for over 20 years and will continue to keep me in shape for the rest of my life. And it could do the same for you. This is the most simple and sustainable exercise hack that will keep you in shape for the rest of your life. And each and every time you use this hack, it'll only take 5 minutes or less. I'm talking about exercise snacks.
What are exercise snacks? No, not that type of exercise snack. I'm talking about little snippets of workouts that you break up throughout the day. If you are short on time, if you have a busy family life, if you can't seem to find enough time throughout the day to get all the stuff you need to get done, such as myself, I struggle with that all the time. But exercise has always been a priority to me. So instead of coordinating my life around exercise, I coordinate exercise into my life. Meaning that I don't change up my routine. I just bring exercise with me. So over time, I taught myself how to not rely on any equipment or gym setting to bring the workout to me.
This is Mark. If you're new here, I've been a personal trainer since 2015, so almost 10 years now. I'm gonna show you and teach you the way I've been able to consistently exercise for 20 years now. Now, I know what you're thinking. Mark, I thought your videos were for beginners. Well, they are. That's why I got you covered. This is why I don't expect you to bang out reps like rapid fire. Do what you can in that 5-minute period. And this is important too. It's up to 5 minutes. No longer, but you can go less. And then you work your way up the timer, okay? So this is what you do. You do a chore, set the timer for 5 minutes, then you do a variation of beginner push-ups, pull-ups, and squats. I'm not gonna go in any more than that. Stick with those 3. Within the next minute, I'll show you 3 basic beginner variations of each of these 3 exercises. Simply experiment with which works best for you and set a timer for 5 minutes or less. Practice, practice, practice. Okay? Even if you want to just do the first week push-ups, the second week pull-ups, the third week squats, it doesn't matter. You could combine them. That's irrelevant. What is relevant here is the consistency aspect. Just practice doing it over and over. Just start off with once a day, 1 5-minute period a day. If you get to that, try adding another. Try getting used to just sticking these in wherever you can, in between chores, in between a break at work, whatever works for you. The biggest barriers I've encountered with clients, myself, and in the industry as a whole are no time, no knowledge of what exercises to do, no equipment, nowhere to do it, and no motivation to start. So the goal of this video is really to address all 4 of those barriers. And a lot of barriers in general are internal. They're made up in somebody's own head. So half the time they don't even really exist. So as far as variations go, I'm going to show you 3 very simple ones for the push-up that you could follow along and do. What I'm about to show is variations of the push-up that you can do if you have no issues with your neck or back, wrists, knees, or toes. And if you do have any issues with these, don't worry, I have options for you as well. Feel free to check my description. You'll see all the timestamps chapters, and you can see what options I got for you as well. Okay, this is how I'm going to show this. I'm going to do level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 1 is a basic push from the floor, like a cobra push-up. If you're a beginner, this is a good way to start. Level 2, use your abs. start going into the full knee push-up, all the way down, all the way up. No matter who you are, I want you to get used to going all the way down and all the way up, unless you have some sort of condition. Level 3, do one knee at a time. This will help you get used to the full, quote-unquote, proper way to do a push-up. If you're unable to go all the way down to the floor, just go as low as you can. Level 1, for pull-ups, opposite arm, opposite leg. Yeah, I know this isn't what you think about when I say pull-ups. Alternate each side. But just remember this moment when you're sending me your pull-up videos in the future. Level 2, upper body only. Reach, pull. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Level 3, both upper and lower body. Squeeze the shoulder blades and squeeze the glutes. Level 1, this is standard squat. The lower you go, the more challenging it becomes. You can even use a chair if you need to. Sit down, stand up. Level 2, split. One foot in front, one foot in back. You can hold on to something for balance if you need to. Make sure your knee doesn't go past your toe. Straight down, straight up. Switch sides. Make sure you keep it even for each side. Level 3 is just go slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Switch sides. I want to tailor to the beginner, the exercise beginner. So that means regardless of age, regardless of condition, okay, beginners all around. So say you work a desk job and doing grounded movements or prone movements like a standard push-up or push-up variations or anything grounded is challenging for you. I want you to just stick with this basic. Say you have a chair, you could do a squat in the chair, okay? Or even just practice your posture, okay? Here. Just practice standing up straight, okay? You could even count that as your workout. Just try doing that, say 5 sets, 20 reps throughout the day. Or even if you stand up. I'm seated right now, but I'm using my truck, but bear with me here. I'm improvising, okay? You wanna pull your arms back and try to touch the wall behind you. You don't have to touch, just get as close as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, all right? It doesn't have to be overhead like this. You could also down here. Okay, there's multiple different ways to do this. Okay, so if any of the options I showed already or I'm about to show are challenging for you or you're intimidated by it, there's always another option. Use one of these. Okay. And if there is more demand for this style, comment down below. Say you want me to show more variations such as these, I will. But for now, I'll start with that just to not be overwhelming. All you have to do is do a different variation that works for you. If you want more information, I go really in depth in this video right here, talking all about different variations of push-ups based on your particular needs and your particular anatomy. So if you want more information, click right here. Start off with one of these variations, trial and error. Just make sure you're cleared by your doctor. Make sure you're doing it as safely as you can. Make sure you're familiar with your specific anatomy. Here I'm going to give you some examples of how exercise snacks worked for me. When you get up and go to the bathroom even, you could even just do one of these variations on the floor in the hallway, or, you know, if somebody looks at you funny, then oh well. Or you could just, if you're really that embarrassed about it, be creative with these. Do it when nobody's watching. If it's important to you, you'll figure out a way to do it. And this isn't a video about explaining how important exercise is, but I'm gonna assume that if you click this video, you know how important exercise is. And it's got multiple unlimited benefits to the human body, which is a topic for another day. But what I'm saying is, you don't need a gym. You don't need a gym. You could just use the world, use your routine, use your life as your gym. Put something in your house that will remind you. For example, when I go downstairs in the morning to change the litter box, and change over the laundry, when I pass through my basement to get to the litter box or get to the washing machine, I have a pull-up bar. So every time I see that pull-up bar, I see it and it reminds me, oh, I should do a set. And I do 5 sets of 10 pull-ups without even thinking about it. And then boom, just like that, I do 50 pull-ups. So that's just one example. You just gotta believe you can and know that it's always there. So you don't have to be locked into a gym membership. It's important to not go past 5 minutes, because that defeats the purpose of the entire exercise. You don't want to go too far with it, because that's you're gonna wear yourself out. Especially if it's something you don't already do. You have to start slow. You have to start in short amounts of time. So it's important to allow yourself to stop. Starting is the hardest part, so it's important to put in the reps in for your brain and practice starting and stopping over and over again. When you first start something, it's going to be challenging and you're going to be bad at it, but that's okay. That's what practice is for. And even if you don't feel accomplished the first few times you do it, it's better than 0. Okay? 0 reps, 0 sets will result in staying the same. But if you add just even 1 set, you're going to see a change, regardless of how small at first. The more you do it, the more you're going to get used to it, the more you develop that habit, the more you develop it into your routine, and the more you'll end up doing it. And then there you go, consistency will happen. And consistency is the hardest part, and I will continually say that over and over again through my videos, because it's true. So if you look at the stages of change, it starts off with pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. Okay? Basically, if you're in pre-contemplation, that's before you even think about exercising at all. So you wouldn't be watching this video if you were in pre-contemplation. So you're most likely in either contemplation or preparation. Contemplation is when you're thinking about it, but you're not taking any steps to start. Preparation is you're actively getting yourself ready to start. Okay, soon. So odds are you're in that stage if I'm talking to you right now as you're watching this video. So if you want to change and get to the other stages, action and maintenance, which are the 2 hardest stages to get to, especially if you're a beginner, that's why people fall off. Starting and losing that initial weight and doing it for the first time is the quote easy part, but staying with it long term is the hard part. And that's what I want to help with. That's why I want to make these videos, because I think just people lack those barriers that I listed before. People lack that motivation. People lack knowing what to do. People lack, even if they don't have equipment, which not many people do, and you don't need it. I want to show you that too. And people say they don't have time. I don't like hearing that, because if something's important to you, you'll make time for it. If something is truly important to you, you can make time for it. I brush my teeth. After I brush my teeth, I do another 20 push-ups. After I do that set, I stand up, I finish brushing my teeth, I floss, I brush my dog's teeth too. After that, I do another set, and so on. So what you do, everybody's routine is different, right? So everybody's routine, there's gaps in between the chores. There's gaps in between all the different tasks. You don't have to be in the setting of a gym. You don't have to be in gym clothes. It's okay to get sweaty, I promise. Even right now, I'm just sitting here, it's a hot day out, I'm gonna sweat. So regardless of what clothes you're in, you still might sweat. You're still gonna need a shower at the end of the day. So what difference does it make if you do some sets? I did my continuing education at work. I work as a custodian in the school system. And we do this annual continuing education every year. And it even said in the print, get up periodically and move around. It's so your health and your body doesn't stiffen up. So there you go. If your boss or somebody's gonna get on you, just say, hey, for my health, I gotta get up, I gotta move around, I gotta do these exercises. So you know what, eventually, I understand at first you might be a little hesitant to do it in front of people, like in the hallway or whatever. But eventually you'll get comfortable enough that, you know, somebody judges you, who cares? You're doing something to better yourself at the end of the day. So, and that's what should matter the most, because if you're not your best self, then your work's not gonna get the best version of you either. And that's not gonna benefit anyone, not you or them. So that's what I gotta say about that.
And that's all I have to say about that.
And yeah, exercise snacks, I swear by them. Sometimes I do them 3 to 5 times throughout the day, but obviously you walk before you run. If you're not doing anything right now, just start with 1, work your way up from there. And it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long. It's like 2 to 5 minute periods of time. So, and I know you got that in your day. So just gotta start doing it. Hope this helps you today. If this video helped you out today, then you bet this one will too. The whole idea of variations of push-ups, pull-ups, and squats came directly from it. And especially if you're a beginner, there's a way to do each of these exercises just the right way for you based on your conditions and specific anatomy, because everybody is unique. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.